Hello, welcome to Sandra from Finland. Thank you for taking. I mean, it's brave. I think it's brave to come on here and ask a question.
Hello,
And
Victoria. Thank you for having me.
it's such a delight to have you. It really is. It's really lovely. It's so exciting for me.
Yes, for me too. Exciting experience.
And I know that your question is one that a lot of people will resonate with. It's a question that I think applies to nearly everyone I've ever met. Well, I mean, there's a few people who it might not apply to, but for most people, this is a good
Mhm.
question. So why don't you explain what it is?
Yeah, I would like to have some kind of a guidance in regards of setting boundaries with people in the surrounding, for example, workspace or family even, and especially how to keep those boundaries up. This is the most difficult thing.
Yeah. So you've obviously tried this, you've tried to do it.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and what goes wrong? What happens?
Um, I think I'm too kind and I'm saying, yeah, too quickly, yes. And yeah, I need to be a little bit more stricter, I guess. But it would be great to have some kind of a guidance on how to
How to be stricter.
exactly.
I love this, asking the angels how to be tough.
Exactly.
Hey, I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in and see what they say.
Mhm. Thank you.
Okay. Greetings, Sandra. We are very, very, very pleased that you have asked this question because we sense that so many of you who are watching these videos are really not at all happy to be strict or tough. You like to be gentle and you like to be kind and you're soft, thoughtful, loving, compassionate beings. And so you just want to be nice to everybody. And you would love also if everybody could be nice to you. So you have perhaps an ideal life which you'd like to live in, which everybody is always in harmony with everyone else and everyone is always nice to everyone else. And of course, we absolutely admire and applaud and appreciate this vision for humanity, and we can see it. And you are visionaries, all of you, and you can see it too, and you would love to live in this, you would love to create it and step into this reality in which human beings are so aware of your connection with each other that you would not even dream of harming one another. So it is almost as though you will, and we see it, we see this happening in your, absolutely, we see this happening in your world. You can live in such a way that if you strike one hand with the other, you feel it just as strongly as though it were this hand. Do you understand? So every time you hurt another being, you feel the hurt immediately. And this is how you yourself, Sandra, already feel. So you do not like to hurt and you do not like to inflict any kind of pain at all. And so, in the interests of maintaining this gentle, harmonious state, you are willing to sacrifice your own self in order to preserve someone else's happiness. And this is quite common with you who are working with energy, who are healers and light workers and visionaries for the new paradigm, that you do not, under any circumstances, wish to harm or hurt or cause any kind of pain to another being. And so we are delighted to assist you in this, for we would also love to help you to create a situation in which you do not need to hurt anyone else in order to preserve your own happiness and your own peace of mind and your own harmonious existence. And we assure you that it is entirely possible for you. So, this is the very first thing. It's to say that you are on the right track and it is not an accident. It is not any kind of um, flaw or defect in you that is causing this situation. You are a supreme being, you're a light being, you are a healer, and you are very, very highly evolved. And so, in this human zoo, this human, at this human experience, it is, it is like, how can we say it? It is as though you were a light being from another dimension or an angel, and you are forced to interact with people who do not understand this and do not see it and simply do not speak your language. And so there is it's like a stage of development for you all in which you have to develop a new way of interacting, which is unfamiliar to you. It is not something you are accustomed to because this is not how you operate. This is not how you are. And so you have to negotiate and you have to think and you have to experiment. And this is probably the next thing, the next most important thing. So the first thing is you are perfect and you are beautiful and you are here deliberately and you are deliberately choosing to negotiate this realm, and it is completely natural that you would have this challenge. This is a challenge that was meant to arise for you, and so you're in the right place, exactly doing the right thing at the very, very right time. And the second thing is that it is going to be a question for you of trial and error and experimentation. So we are not going to be able to, sadly, wave a wand and fix it for you in 1 minute. Much as we would love to do that, it is for you to learn to navigate. So the more you learn to navigate these challenges, these waters, the more you will become very familiar with the territory, and it will become second nature to you to navigate these territories in a way that does not in any way conflict with your own values. So doing it harmoniously, doing it kindly, and doing it in a way that actually benefits and uplifts those people, those very people who challenge you. Because you may find this hard to believe, but those very people are also attracted to you because they want to learn what you have, and they want to learn to evolve, and they want to learn to live with more sense of connection, not only to their own hearts, but also to each other. So they're like, imagine these people as being all perhaps 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old at most. So they're all little people in your environment, and you are the adult. And so you have to negotiate with them with kindness and with understanding for where they're at. So you've got to remember, these are children, these are very small children, and I'm going to have to be quite gentle, but also strong, because as a parent, it's important that you can be the parent. Somebody has to be the parent, somebody has to be the voice of authority, the voice of reason, and somebody has to lay down the rules and enforce the rules. And this is going to be really interesting for you. It'll be challenging, but it can be fun. It can be fun, because as long as you remember that these people are looking to you to guide them, and they're looking to you to set the tone and to show them where are the boundaries and how will they be enforced. So you're like the military, dare we say it? You are also the enforcers, and you will decide what is fair, what is reasonable, what boundaries are you going to put in place in each of these different situations, which will not harm you, but also will also not harm them. So it's a question of, is this hurting me to do this? If somebody says to me at work, can you do this extra piece of work? Will this hurt me? Will this make like my energy? Will it lower my energy? Will it dampen my enthusiasm or dampen my spirits or in any way compromise my well-being? And if it will, it is obviously not the right thing. So this is the first question, is to ask yourself, will this harm me in any way? Will it harm me emotionally? Will it harm me mentally, physically? Will it impinge on my freedom? Will it take away my happiness? And this is something that we feel that you do instinctively already know. So you do know when something is not pleasant for you and not going to contribute to your well-being. And so the second step is to consider, okay, what can I do here? What can I come up with? What can I invent? What can I put in place that can assist me in maintaining my well-being, but can also perhaps guide this person to finding their solutions? So it may be that the answer is to do nothing, to say, absolutely, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm very busy. I have other things on my plate. I have things to do, and I cannot assist you. And then to just create a wall. This is an interesting challenge for you because it requires you to maintain your strength and your connection to yourself behind your wall. So it's like you're drawing your energy body out from your physical body, and you're creating a sort of bubble of light. And you can practice this. Practice drawing in the light and creating a bubble, and sort of like a shield of light all around you, and then just letting yourself experience whatever discomfort arises in you mentally, emotionally, and physically as this wall is put up and the other person is in any way mm, not happy or possibly even angry or annoyed or frustrated, not responding in a positive way to you. So these are things that will be very, very useful for you to learn to maintain your own energy and to stay in your own energy as somebody else chooses to have a reaction that is not approval, that is not happy, not approving. So this is the challenge, and it will be fun because we can assure you it can be fun. It is really like a game in which you just put on your suit of light and you sit there and you just breathe through it as the person reacts, and you just let them react as though they were a 3-year-old having a little tantrum because you have said no, no more sweets. It's as simple as this: no more sweets. Sorry, it's not good for your teeth, not good for you to have the sweets. So I'm going to just say no. And so just saying no is the most perhaps challenging part. And then the second option that we see for you is to be creative about potential solutions for them. So to guide them to potential solutions. And sometimes it might be that you can see that someone else might easily do this task, or that they themselves might easily do the same task. And so it is really you are here to help. You are not here to criticize or judge. You can see that they are struggling, and you can empathize, quite happily empathize and have compassion for their struggle and for their lack of awareness and lack of connection to themselves. Because most of these people have come also to you because they have this frustration within themselves of not being connected to their own higher power and their own souls and their own source of joy and wisdom and compassion and understanding and acceptance. And this is hugely important also, is to remember this, that, these people are not happy people. These people are ill at ease, they're disconnected, and it is because of this that they are behaving in a way. And we understand that you have used the word toxic in your question, and we totally understand that you are using this word, why you're using this word. But we would invite you to consider that they are not toxic people. They're simply exhibiting behavior that is not aligned. So they're not aligned with their souls. And this causes anyone, any human being, to be frustrated and to be uncomfortable and to be unhappy and to not perhaps even be clear as to what the problem is, but to find someone to take out their frustration on. So this is very, very common. Many, 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 many human beings are not feeling alignment. They're not feeling calm. They're not feeling at ease. They're not connected to their own source of guidance or wisdom or power, true power. And because of this, they are finding people to attack or people to to victimize, really, to take out some of this frustration. So obviously you are available, and you are a very kind, very gentle person, and you don't put up much resistance, and so you are an easy target. And so for you, obviously, the challenge is to become not such an easy target, such a more of a warrior, more of a warrior of light, a warrior of love, like a mother, like a really, or a parent figure, like authority but kindness at the same time. And when they come up against your energy and sense it, they'll be sensing this power and this authority, and they'll be like, perhaps Sandra's not the person to mess with today. And this will be so satisfying for you when this happens, when you begin to really prioritize your own well-being in every situation, and know that you have the power within you to create this bubble and to create this strength, field of strength, and to withstand the disapproval, the criticism, the judgment that might come your way. Because in reality, it is just these people having their moment of tantrum, their little moment of acting out, and finding someone to project this anger and negativity onto. And if it cannot be you, then they will just go and find someone else to play with. So if you don't want to play, eventually people will stop trying to play with you. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes. Every word. Yeah.
So it's a game.
Mm.
Remember, it's a game. Remember that you've come here to play this game. So you're not a victim. So remembering to tell yourself, I'm not a victim. I am here on purpose. I'm here to learn to play this game. I'm doing it because I want to be a light leader. I want to be one of the way showers. I want to be one of the people who can show humanity how it is possible to live in a way that really everyone is being supported by everyone else, and everyone is being lifted by everyone else. And every time you encounter another being, it is a way of strengthening you and encouraging you and making your life happier and enhancing your life. And this is entirely possible for every single being on this planet, to have this experience of enhancing each other and lifting each other's spirits. And we see you as one of these people. And this is absolutely the most wonderful job that you could possibly have chosen to do, regardless of what it is that you decide to do as a profession or as a way to pay the rent or pay your mortgage or make money. These things are not so important for you. The most important thing is the light work, is the energy work and the healing and the way showing. The beacon of light that you are has to come out and has to be expressed in the world and has to show people what is possible, and they will resonate with your beauty, they'll resonate with your love, they'll resonate with your kindness and your compassion even more when you are a very strong, also a warrior.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. And we do hope that this has been helpful for you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you for asking the question. Thank you for everyone else who has listened and who perhaps may have had the same kind of question. We also hope that it has been helpful for everyone else. And we will welcome any more questions from anyone who has a question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.